I'm going to play a little Father Indigo. We get started right now. These people are losing it. But they're losing it, pretty much they're exposing themselves by their actions. All of a sudden, I guess, looking at someone else's downfall and, not going with them and not helping them up and not holding them and walking them through it and trying to tell them everything's going to be okay. I guess that's the new, that's the new problem now. That's the new get back now. I was like, have you guys forgotten your history? The Bible tells you in Revelation 11 that you guys rejoiced at our downfall. Shalom to everyone. Shalom, Sister Lisa. Great seeing everybody. You guys have rejoiced at us and our downfall at every turn. You couldn't wait to February so you can just gloat at us over Black History Month and slavery and roots and everything y'all could do. Anytime you can come up with some fake statistics to talk about how, our men aren't at home. We have these kids that are growing up with, broken families and everything else. Y'all couldn't wait to just laugh and gloat the whole time, telling us that we're from Africa and that we all came over here from Africa and that we were never here. Y'all been laughing and gloating at us all the time. I got a couple of videos where this white woman says she grew up evangelical, and she says, she knows what they say behind closed doors. Talks about how racist these evangelicals, Catholics, all of you, every religion, not just two, all of you, Arabs, Islam. That's why the Black religion had to go all by themselves. Why would you have to come up? Why would you have to come up with a Black Nation of Islam? How come you just couldn't join Islam? Because it's always been about us. It's always been about hating us. And you had your opportunity to gloat while the dead bodies of the two witnesses, the Israelites, were dead in the streets. But all of a sudden now you got Mitchell coming out here talking about, that is just so ungodly to gloat or, to enjoy other people's suffering. What the hell? You guys have been I was like, you guys have been enjoying our suffering this whole time. In fact, you made it mandatory for all the other immigrants to come over here to gloat at our suffering. You made it mandatory for them to kick us while we were down. But all of a sudden, when one of theirs gets judged, oh, you guys can't be gloating. You guys can't be. We don't have to gloat. But see, the people that you got on your side have no power. They're Psalms 83. They have no power. So them gloating is like, hey, you can't gloat because you're on our side. You can't be saying anything about this situation because you're with us. You don't get to jump over there with those Hebrews. You've already given up the ghost. You've already given up your spirit. You don't got an opportunity. You guys on our side, I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican, you can't be saying anything about this because you're on our side. You're on our side. So you can't be saying anything about one of ours, getting judged. And those are the ones that they're going after, their own group. See, it's not about skin color. It's about where your soul is. Your soul is on that side. You've already gotten the dainties. You got the dainties already. You already got to come over here and enjoy those benefits that were supposed to go to the Negroes. So you can't say anything as you start seeing this ship going down. So let me play a little Father Indigo. Let some more people get notified and come on in. We already got a lot of people. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High already here. Beautiful.
Angelic in my cadence. These cause separations. Sounding like moving blatant. Where's God been waiting? Initiating stations. Pyramids, rising vibrations. Open up your heart to my love right now. Hard with some legs, time to bring my crown. Don't believe it's water, non-believers must drown. Don't need a Bentley cause my tribe was bound. Been hated on since the king touched down. Everything you owe us, you must bring us down. Big God, big God, Found tracks, no TDJs. All the coon can't see a face. Our DNA can't create a race. White Jesus, we replace. Wet V can't eat a steak. And my people, hey, this ain't planned. Hey, must go down, no. Aboriginals, with his royalties, celestial. Big God, big God, big God.
Hold on here, family. So, as you can tell, so this is the group that's supposed to be getting ready to start Jacob's trouble on us. This is the group right now. These are the people right now that are supposed to be bringing the 7-year tribulation period on us. They look like they're so well organized right now that they're supposed to be bringing all this stuff, this destruction on us. See how ridiculous you campsters be looking? Still trying to push that 7-year tribulation. The white man's coming to get you. You know, he's got all these plans. He's going to lock down the whole earth, and he's about to, you know, make everybody take the mark. And yeah, that's what you guys are still pushing to this day. Still pushing that BS to this day. As you can't tell, they look terrified. They look absolutely terrified. They look confused. They look terrified, and they're sitting there straight laughing like, you know, they look like clowns. Oh, you guys, you know, you can't. That's just so that's just so wrong that you're like, you know, you're having a good time and you're laughing about someone's death. He has a wife. He has kids. So did MLK. So did Malcolm X. And I showed you guys that video where that guy said in his town, they pretty much were laughing, having a great old time when MLK got killed. Had a good, oh, you shouldn't have been out there causing problems. That's what you get when you cause problems. That's when you go out there and you cause problems, you know, and you try to mess it up. You know, that's what you get. That's what you deserve. That's exactly what you guys have been doing. And just running out some black people to go out here and say the same stuff you said, that just shows you, like, look, those people are the ones, I'm going to read a little bit from 1 Maccabees, that went and made a covenant with the Greeks. They made a covenant with the Greeks. Black people going and sucking up to the Greeks. That's who they are. So the Mitchells and everybody else that you keep out here running out here, oh, that's just so wrong. That's just not Christian. Like, what? Christians, you don't get to say, oh, those aren't real Christians, because everything you've been able to enjoy came from how the Christians were when they got here. When they were killing our people as soon as 1492 got here in 1492, and they were throwing our babies up in the air, and, you know, trying to have the babies land on their sword and be, you know, killed and impaled, you know, in one strike, and laughing about it, taking our babies because their dogs were hungry, and cutting off an arm, cutting off a leg, cutting off a head, throwing to their dogs for dog food. And they weren't laughing about when they were doing that kind of stuff to our kids. Stealing them and tying them up to trees, watching alligators eat them so they could kill them and make boots and shit. So you're trying to tell me that they weren't having a good time and rejoicing while they were doing those things. You see, like, that stuff will not work anymore. The Most High has put all your business out here on Front Street. Now, the vast majority of the black people and the immigrant people are on your side. So, of course, they're going to come out here and make these videos. These videos seem very scripted. See, a lot of them, I'm going to play a couple of them about, well, I didn't want to go to church, but I went ahead and went to church. And they were like, you know, pretty much, you know, making Mr. Kirk here like a saint. And they were like, pray for him and pray for his family. And, you know, and I agree with a lot of stuff. You know, a lot of these videos saying the same things over and over again, because it's a script. It's all a script. Fake rage. Telling you people how you have to react to this guy getting killed. None of that stuff is going to work anymore. So let me show you. I'm just gonna jump onto this first one. I'm gonna go to the first one from jump, just to stop all the BS about how these people have.
You're gonna be.
Hold on here. Here we go. First one, just from jump, just to shut all these other people up about, you know, these right wingers act like they've just been so godly, when we already know that behind closed doors they're like, yeah, those niggers are doing this, those niggers are doing that. Oh, they're stupid. Oh, they're beneath me. They're 3 feet. Oh, I don't want to live next to them. I don't want them dating my daughter. All that stuff y'all be saying behind closed doors. Just because you come out here and be trying to act all godly, the Most High sees all of that. And the Most High is waiting for you. So when you go up there and you're getting ready to get judged, just know all the things you've been saying behind closed doors, the Most High has been listening to you. So let's check in this one.
I will never understand how anyone can feel joy about shooting another innocent human. Where is the joy in that?
Gentlemen, please, let's get loud for Kyle Rittenhouse.
understand.
So let's play that one more time for Mr. Kyle Rittenhouse. Didn't he just shoot people and got away with it? And you guys are over here celebrating this dude? Oh, you can say, oh, those aren't real Christians. Those weren't real Christians, right? That's what you guys. That's what you guys come up with all the time. Oh, those weren't real Christians. Oh, you took that out of context. You took that out of context. Yeah, right? I'm like, really? I mean, look at the utter hypocrisy of these people. And play it again, just in case. So when we hear anybody say anything about, you know, oh, we never did that. So when you look at, you know, people like, oh boy, which one call it? You'll see the pastors sitting here coming out here, talking all this mess. I'm like, do you not remember what your daddy's been doing? Do you not remember what 2019? You don't remember what these people have been doing? Mitchell, you don't remember what these people have been doing? But you're gonna come out here and you're gonna defend them because you think you're so godly, huh? You think God's gonna give you brownie points for kissing ass and acting like, you know, you're above, you know, being angry or wanting justice. Come on now.
Anyone can feel joy about shooting. I will never understand how anyone can feel joy about shooting another innocent human. Where is the joy in that?
Gentlemen, please, let's get loud for Kyle Rittenhouse.
Fair use. Fair use.
Kyle, 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 Kyle.
I will never understand.
So again, how exactly? Fair use. You know what I'm saying? How exactly y'all gonna sit here and talk about this mess? So hold on, let me find this chump, this clown right here.
Both the evil terrorism, both the evil that takes life and the evil that celebrates the taking of life.
Yeah. Amen.
Both are evil.
Yeah.
For the scripture condemns the unjust taking of life, and the scripture condemns glorying in the calamity of another person. And that even our enemies or people we disagree with, we should not find pleasure in the calamity of another human being that is wicked and is ungodly. Both the evil that...
So I think you might want to talk to your churches, the people part of your Christian churches first. I think you might want to run that by them first because they have been taking, you know, great happiness in our pain, in our destruction. I mean, all you gotta do is let the videos play because they pretty much tell the story themselves. Play another one here. Hold on.
In it, and it still goes on to this day.
So very. I want white kids, and no, I don't want my white kids bringing home black people to marry. It's racial for me. And call me racist. Oh, very Christian of you. I don't give a fuck.
Here's the thing too. I just read an article yesterday that Nick Fuentes is gaining in popularity, and where he used to be kind of the right-wing outer sphere, he is now coming to the inside. And this is why, because of the racism. Like you said, it hits hard. Fox News doesn't go quite this bold, but it's racially coded all day long, every day. People want to hear that they're better than them because that's what they believe in their religious beliefs. So they like hearing it from other people. This is not fringe in Bible Belt states, you guys. It is not fringe. And I know as scary as that is for you all to hear that, and painful for Black and brown people to hear that, I just want you to know that I've seen it. I have seen it, and I have experienced in white circles, white people saying versions of this, or hearing, stories like this. This is what, when they say make America great again, as Punch just said, it's for sure their number one target is always Black people. It always is. This rise in racism should be the top story, but because all of our politicians are so beholden to Israel, it's always the rise in anti-Semitism. So then the Republican Party can say to the Black electorate, the Democrats have abandoned you. They use you. And I'm going to say, unless the Democrats really start addressing this rise in racism, that's going to be a pretty good argument for Republicans to make, because this is so abhorrent. This is so horrific. And this white evangelical engine behind Donald Trump, their number one, before women, before gays, before anybody, is Black people. It always has been, and it always will be. And I can tell you that because I've lived around it. I've heard it. I have seen it. And it still goes on to this day. And so many white people are too cowardice to stand up and fight for their Black brothers and sisters. And it just is absolutely sickening. Moving along, here's Caroline.
I'm not living around Black.
Now, again, you guys are acting like somehow you're bringing out something new. It's always been about us. Everything revolves around us. And you guys always trying to throw other people in, but it's always been about hatred for us. You're not telling us anything we don't already know. We already know how you feel. We already know you hate us. We already know behind closed doors, it's always about us. Because again, that's why Psalms 83 is so important. All groups are confederate against thee. As much as they want to keep throwing other people in just so they can try to hide it, they've always been against us. It's not going to work. It doesn't matter to us. We don't care. I don't care. You can be as racist as you want. You've already been. This is nothing new. Like, oh, unless the Democrats get a hold of this is just, the Democrats are racist too. What are you talking about? There's nothing to fix. There's no way that the chosen and the awakened will ever vote for you, trust you, or ask you for help. We don't need you. We don't need your help. We have the Most High. You have white Jesus. You have Republican Jesus. We have the Most High. We have the Holy Spirit, our mother. We have the angels. Right? We have our ancestors. We don't need anybody else. We never have. You tried to make it seem like we needed you. And that we had to vote for either Republican white people or Democrat white people, and they were going to take care of us. And every single time we tried to go there, you guys never tried to help us. We got it now. We know. Okay? And that's okay. That was your blessing. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay? Let's read a little something real quick. Let me get it. From the Apocrypha. My Apocrypha is been busy. All right? Falling apart and everything else, but that's cool. All right, we're gonna read a little bit real quick, because this is what magic does. I just open it up, and the Most High wanted me to share this with y'all. Couple things here. Ecclesiasticus 15:16. Go right here. As his mercy is great, so is his correction also. He judgeth a man according to his works. The sinner shall not escape with his spoils, and the patience of the godly shall not be frustrate. Make way for every work of mercy, for every man shall find according to his works. You get mercy according to your works. So see, your constant Christianity pretty much says your works can be filthy. You can be racist. You can hate the Most High's chosen people. And as soon as you die, because you said Jesus, you're going to go to heaven. And again, as his mercy is great, so is his correction also. He judges a man according to his works. So again, your works mean something. All these people keep acting like this good dude could say whatever the hell he wanted, be as racist to the Most High's chosen people, and that didn't mean anything. Over here. About, oh, I don't want my kids around you. We don't want to be around you either, so that's no problem. What fellowship, okay, hath a wolf with the lamb, so the sinner with the godly. So don't worry, feelings mutual, bruh. We don't want to be around you either. As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor. Okay? As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. A rich man beginning to fall, okay, is held up of his friends. But a poor man being down is thrust also away from by his friends. So again, that's the main part right here. There's a whole part is the main part, but this part I wanted to concentrate on. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends. Is that not what you're seeing right now with Charlie Kirk? All of a sudden, he dies and all of his friends are trying to hold him up. Oh, he was a good man. He was a godly man. He was a Christian. Oh man, he had so much good stuff that he did. He was a good man. Because why? Because he's a rich man who had fallen, and his friends, so you can see now who his friends are. You can see the people who support what he was about. But a poor man, when he falls, even his friends push him away. Even people that when we fell, even people we thought that our friends were pushed us away. Nobody wanted to be around us. Nobody wanted to help us. No one wanted to, try to work with us or help us or say restore. But see, now you can see who are all the people who are pushing hate, who are his friends. All these people that are coming out here and saying all this stuff, pushing hate. Right, Lisa? His wife said Charlie was spreading love, huh? Yeah, okay. Yeah, love to hate the black people. Love to hate us. That's what they love. That's the love they were spreading. And it's just funny. I'm going to play a couple of these people that are like all of a sudden, like they just realized that their churches are racist. You just realizing that supposedly. Nah, now it's just, you've always known your church is racist. This is nothing new. This is absolutely nothing new. Okay? This one right here.
No, babe, I'm fine. I'm really okay. No, babe, I'm fine. I'm really okay. I'm just watching people that I thought I had relationships with and that I liked openly sympathize with the schmotzy while staying completely and utterly silent on the mistreatment of black and brown people in this country and abroad. I'm okay. Why wouldn't I be okay? Are you okay? I'm crashing the fuck out. No, babe, I'm fine. I'm really okay.
See, they're always trying to, black people and brown people and people abroad. And no. People, yes, they've probably been going against you recently. They've been going against you recently. Last 30 years, 40 years? They've now been going against, other groups, brown groups, yellow groups. But they also let you come in and enjoy all the dainties too. Don't stop trying to put what you guys have gone through with what so-called black people have gone through. If you haven't gone through 500 years of slavery, if they didn't say that you were 3/5 of a man, if you didn't have to be sold all over the world, stop putting us together. It's not going to work. You guys keep on just throwing everybody in together, not going to work. Because a lot of people that were considered brown people hate us too. And when they got the opportunity the last 60 years, they showed their ass too. Oh, I can hate these niggers too? Well, I'm gonna hate these niggers. In fact, I'm gonna try to hate these niggers more than you white people, so I can show you how down I am with the white people. That was your test, you other nations. the last 60 years, 1965, 2025. I'm going to give you, we already know what the white man's going to do. We already know, we got a track record with him. What are you guys going to do when we give you an opportunity to come over here onto Turtle Island to chase after your best life? Let's see how you guys are going to treat my people too. Most High going to make sure he got a case on everybody. He let Esau and the other, Edomites and everybody else, he let them all start it up. All right, I see what y'all going to do. I know the other brown people who, has been getting it too from the white people. I know they won't come over here and act a fool, will they? They won't come to their land and act a fool, will they? Well, now we know. Now we know. They took the spoils, they took the gains, and they said, hey, where the niggas at so I can be racist against them? I want to be just as racist, if not more racist, because I want to show the white man how down I am with him. You see, this is why Most High had to bring all of it out in pieces, in steps. This is why you have to keep on growing and learning. Because all these people keep coming up with these. Hold on, this one right here.
Yes, their own summertime celebration. I'm sorry.
Okay, so this one says he did nothing but share the gospel of Jesus. Yes, he did. He shared the gospel of good times. Hate those niggers, Jesus. That's exactly what he did. Hate those black people, Jesus. That's what you guys got. He shared the gospel of white supremacists. I hate you black people, Jesus. I don't want you black people living in my neighborhood. FHA loans, you can't get any, Jesus. That was the Jesus that you guys got. White supremacists, I don't want my daughters dating you. I don't want them going to school with you. I don't want them drinking the same drinking fountains. I don't want them in the same schools. I don't want them in the same showers. I don't want them going to the same colleges. Jesus. KKK Jesus. Yes, he preached that one great. He did that one real well. Let's play this video. So again, he did nothing but share the gospel. It's like she just plays his own clips.
If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
When blacks in America did not have the same rights they had today, they were less murderous, there was less break-ins. Why is that? And the data shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad, it was evil, but what happened?
A certain skin color now gets their own summertime celebration. Oh, wow, look how far blacks have come. It has now become a racial complaining day. Remember what BLM stands for: burn, loot, and murder.
Yeah, DEI stands for one of the biggest. Earn it, just so we're clear.
Can we also acknowledge?
Hold on. So BLM is burn, loot, and murder. Bruh, have you not looked at your history? Have you not looked at your history? Burn, loot, and murder. That's what you've been doing since 1492. Burn, loot, and murder. And then hide your history. And then hide your history. Burn, loot, and murder. And then you got black people coming out here and defending this BS. I don't care what they say. As soon as I hear that, I don't care how they lived. I don't care what they say. You should be praying for them and praying for their soul. That's what you guys are saying. Okay.
Due to the laws under Jim Crow, that black people were significantly hindered from economic advancement.
This is a really important question. The data shows not really. Black Americans are poorer today in 2024 than they were in the 1950s. The disappearance of the black father has been the #1 driver of black poverty in this country. They at least agree that black dads not being around is...
So we're poorer now. Yeah, that was because you also let, in 1960, we did not have any of these rules or any of these, any of these protections, any of these opportunities in the 1950s. We fought for all these rules. We fought for equality in 1965, so we could finally start to be treated right, treated fairly, so we can start to build wealth for ourselves. And what did you do? Then you brought everybody over here to get all of the benefits that we fought for. So of course, we're going to have less money, less wealth from the 50s till now because you gave all of our wealth to everyone else. How come I don't hear anybody else talking about this? How come we don't hear any other groups talking about the fact that when you say some shit like that about how blacks had more money and more wealth in 1950 than they do in 2025? Yeah, because you gave all of it away to everybody else. This is what happens when you talk to idiots who don't study. This is what happens when you talk to idiots that don't read and just listen to the bullshit you say. Right? Oh, they were way better in the 50s. Well, we didn't have to contend with you allowing every single group of people over here to get all the benefits that were promised to us. You got all these groups over here, so in order for them to get jobs and your companies could pay them, pennies on the dollar, and because you didn't want to pay us, you weren't going to pay us a living wage. So therefore you brought all these different groups here in order to pay them pennies on the dollar so that we wouldn't have the opportunity. You see what I'm saying? Like you guys are, and then you already had stuff going on with FHA loans. So we weren't able to, in the 50s, we couldn't even get loans to buy homes. So that generational wealth, where most of you guys have your wealth, is in real estate, is in money, real estate, and those jobs that we couldn't get, and the 40s and 50s that we couldn't get, everybody else was getting. So again, that's just proof that the laws you set against us worked. That's why we had more money in the 50s and we have less now, because of the laws that you set up to keep us down. And again, all of a sudden all these liberals want to come out here and talk about him. But why aren't y'all talking about the fact that you liberals were also part of these FHA programs, redlining, black codes, all this other stuff? You guys are all part of it, and you guys all benefited from it. But now all of a sudden you want to bring videos talking about how Charlie here is racist, but you're not. You guys have all been benefiting, all of you. That's why I crack up with these videos. Oh, I can't believe my church is racist. Oh, you didn't know. You didn't know until 2025. Okay. Wow.
A bad thing.
Anyone's father not being around is a bad thing. Starting in the 1980s and continuing onward, there's been a war on drugs. Is this correct?
I like the war on drugs. Blacks commit more crimes than whites do. They commit more murders, they commit more arsons, they commit more kidnappings. That's not a war on drugs, that's a culture problem. Why are so many blacks committing murders outside of their population? So we've spent $20 trillion on uplifting black communities, $20 trillion, and black Americans are poor. Food stamps, subsidized housing, Medicaid, public schooling.
That was all for black people? $20 trillion went to all that went to black people. No, idiot. It went to all the other groups that you allowed to come over here after 1965. That's where the $20 trillion went to, as well as other white people as well. It went to them also. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why, we put $20 trillion into housing, into education. Really? No, that all went to all the groups that came over here that you allowed. You gave them that money. You see that? But where are all the white people from 1965 until now talking about this and trying to make things right? Where were all these people then trying to make these things right? Oh, you weren't there. So playing a video in 2025 doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean anything. You denying it, right? Home appraisal, by all that stuff. We ain't seen it. So again, why aren't people talking about that? Like, hold on, you didn't give $20 trillion to black people. You gave it to all the different minority groups that you brought over here. Now you know where all that money went. It went to, hey, come on over here and get a new life. Hey, I'm gonna give you free housing, free food, free education, free college. Black people, oh, you guys, yeah, no, not you. Oh, we're gonna give you loans so you can have businesses and you can come over here and you can put 10, 15 people in a house and we'll pay for the house, and all you guys can get your money and you guys can go work under the table, keep all this cash, everything else. And then talking about the war on drugs, again, tearing up households, all that. Everyone but us. I'm gonna go back just a little bit because that's a very important part right there.
On drugs, that's a culture problem. Why are so many blacks committing murders outside of their population? So we've spent $20 trillion on uplifting black communities, $20 trillion, and black Americans are poor. Food stamps, subsidized housing, Medicaid, public schooling. subsidized college. We're talking about $20 trillion that is spent on the Great Society. And
did you hear that? $20 trillion on subsidized housing, food, free education. Okay, that wasn't for us. Free college. All that was for black people. See, there you go. But we can't bring up this information and how the fact that he's just straight lying about these statistics. See, you had to bring people over here because you're like, if I'm going to give it to you, I'm going to give it to anybody else but you. I'm going to give it to every single person I can but you.
Public schooling, subsidized college. We're talking about $20 trillion that is spent on the Great Society, and yet Black America is poor, more murderous, more dangerous.
Part of equity
what does equity mean?
is
You mean taking from
allowed.
other people?
I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like,
So again, all that money that just shows you right there was spent on everybody else. The immigration flood, that $20 trillion for your great society was given to everyone else. So that just shows you then that right there proves Psalms 83. His statement right there was, we spent $20 trillion. We ain't seen it. We haven't seen it. So where'd that $20 trillion go then? Oh, you didn't. Why didn't you say it went to all the immigrants that you so-called hate now? But you love them enough to bring them all over here and give them free everything. So that then in 2025, you can say, oh, well, look, we gave you black people $20 trillion, which is an absolute lie. But then you get this guy.
See too many believers this week making their ignorance palpable on social media, looking like fools with theological arguments against families who's hurting. Like, this is insane to me. I got enemies. I got beef in the streets.
Fair use.
Have been threatened. I have received death threats. I got people coming after me. I got people who talk trash to me every week. And I ain't a coward, and I'm not afraid. I got the Bible.
So again, you all talk. These people, all of these other nations, have been confederate with giving all the stuff. That 20 trillion. You imagine what our people would have done with $20 trillion. You imagine what our people would have done with $20 trillion. You know, we did do Black Wall Street without you, without $20 trillion. So y'all know, if we would have gotten $20 trillion, how great of a society we would have made. If we got $20 trillion, because we already have the proof. We have Black Wall Street. We would actually be working with each other. We'd actually be cycling our money between us. We don't need other people because we could already build and do everything because we already ran this country before. We ran it before you guys got here. We ran it when you were here because you guys couldn't do any of the work. You had to have our people do everything for you. So if you would have given us $20 trillion, we would have everything. We would have had the entire country. Because see, we don't have to go to your cities to steal shit. We don't got to go to your cities to, burn it down because, we're jealous. We're not jealous because you already know the Most High would have given it. We already have the Holy Spirit. If we would have got that money, we'd be running shit. Because we're not like hateful people that like, oh, I just want everything for myself. Get away from me. I want everything for me. No, you can't have shit. Get away from me. I want it all. I need another dollar. I need another dollar. That's you. That's how you guys are. So if you gave us $1 trillion, I'm like, now, hey, is enough for all of us, brother. Enough for all of us, sister. You know, let's always all come together. Let's all work together. You know, I don't need to have everything. Most High knows what I need. You see what I'm saying? Like, we can work together. I don't need to have all the land. Hey, man, I'd much rather us come together, have a good time, party, put the Most High first, enjoy our times, have our jubilees, have our times together. We can do this together because we care about each other. We're not greedy like that. But y'all, on the other hand, you're like, oh, we can't give these people that 20. So we know there was $20 trillion that were spent. Now we know that we didn't get it. So now we know that they had to give it to somebody else because they knew that if we got it, that we would far exceed anything that they could do. And then once everybody sees us, having a beautiful time, we already have everybody wanting to be like us in our low state. Everyone wants to be like us and be around us in our low state. Now, if we were in our higher state where we're not having to worry about money, not having to worry about jobs, not having to worry about housing, and we can just be us, you imagine how beautiful this world was before 1492, before they got over here to Turtle Island, how beautiful it was for us. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it's going to be again. Most High is giving you guys the opportunity to see the truth and make choices. Because, again, you go to Isaiah 14, it's telling you that that a lot of the Gentiles are going to cleave. They're going to cleave. Man, I don't know how many people, like, even before I came to the truth, like, they were just drawn to me, just to talk to me, just want to come up and just want to talk and just want to have conversation with me. Not so much anymore when I'm wearing shirts like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, now they're kind of looking like, oh shit, Black Jesus. Oh shit, these guys waking up. They see the 1916, 2019. They see them looking, but they don't want to have conversations like that no more. People now, they're running. But before, I don't know, man. People just always want to come up and talk to me. People don't want to have a conversation. Now it's like they're scared to death because they know. Because, like, again, they said that, like, like, these people already know what's going. They already say stuff about us behind closed doors. So they already know you can't let these black people come together on street corners. You can't let 2 or 3 or 4 of them together on a street corner. You got to arrest them. You can't let them have their own city. You can't let them have their own town. You can't let them have their own, Wall Street. You can't let them have their own hospitals. You can't let them have their own schools. You can't let them have anything on their own. They have to be integrated with us, and we have to be on top. Once I know for myself, once I started pulling away, like, I don't need to explain shit to you. I don't need your approval for shit. I don't need you for, as soon as I got that mindset, everything as far as my knowledge, understanding, and everything else has just exploded. So you guys already know. That's why Black Wall Street was destroyed. That's why you hid the fact for 60, 70 years that you guys bombed an American city. You guys bombed an American city. You had to hide that fact because you don't want people knowing that you already know that if we are able to do stuff on our own, it's a wrap for you. Because we have the Holy Spirit. We already know that. Man, I do this, family, for us. I do this for my children. I do this for your children. I do this for you. As far as I don't do it because, I want to be seen. I like to be out here. I like people to look at me. Hey, big Jew. That's not why I do this. I do this because I love my people. I do this because I genuinely love my people. And I also love the Gentiles who are going to cleave to the Most High's chosen people. Because everything's already preordained. So I do this out of love, not because, just because. I do it because I love my people. I love the truth. I love learning and growing because I know that the more that we grow, the quicker we are going to be restored. So I can't get enough of this, because I see we are now like I said, we are really the manifestations of our ancestors. And now walking around and looking and seeing, like, the Most High puts all this information together. The Holy Spirit puts all this together. Just like the Holy with the $20 trillion, I didn't pick up on that until now. Because that was, again, that's the Most High. $20 trillion. Who the hell did you spend that on? And then that's connecting with 1965, 2025, 60 years. Y'all got 37 trillion dollars of debt, but now you're saying you spent $20 trillion on this great society. This great society was for all the other nations. It wasn't for us. That's why we went from 1950, and suppose you spent $20 trillion, that means that you gave that money to everybody else. You gave that money to everybody else, and that's all the Most High exposing your asses. He just exposed you. And now you out here, got all these pastors running their mouth out here and everything else. Let me find another one. This one was hilarious. You know, I'm like, you didn't know that your churches are racist?
Do better. When is it going to stop? When is it going to stop? When? When is the hate going to stop? When? I am terrified as a mother, knowing that my daughter, my nieces, my nephews, your children have to grow up in a world that is so cruel. That is so cruel. When is the hate going to stop?
It's already been like this. But you guys are, when's it going to stop? It's just getting started for you, bruh. It's only getting started for you. This is what happens when you've been just like, oh, they talk about black people? Oh, they did something else to black people? Oh, they hate black people? Oh, they killed another one of those black people? So you've been turning your face away the whole time for the hate for us. And now you're worried about your kids? Now you're worried about the world that your kids are going to have to grow up in? Now you're worried about that. Okay.
Can't go anywhere without feeling unsafe. Our children aren't safe in school. You can't go to church. People can't have different beliefs as you. Can't even have an opinion different than you. People aren't safe taking a train to their destination. People can't go outside, dress how they want, be who they want, without feeling judged.
So again, what are you crying for? That's the stuff that you have been just disregarding and ignoring this whole time. This is what, can't go places, you're not safe going places. Yeah, that's us. That's us. Can't go to church. Yeah, that's us. You can't have a different opinion. Yeah, that's us. Remember, you guys, they always used to love to come to my page here and always, oh, that's not right, Big Judy. Oh, that breakdown is wrong. Oh no, no, you're going off. You're going off, Hawk. That's what we have been dealing with this whole time. Welcome to Pluto power, Pluto magic. Everything that we were asking for, manifesting, is exactly manifesting. Now you're seeing, oh, my daughter, this is a world my daughter, that's the world my daughter and my sons have had to grow up with this whole time. You see what I'm saying? So that's nothing new. What do you think's been going on? And it's hilarious now. White girls trying to, all of a sudden now are trying to, pick up our cause. Check out this one.
If Charlie Kirk was black and his whole platform was speaking hate about white,
Finally got a glimpse into the...
If Charlie Kirk was black and his whole platform was speaking hate about white people, let's reverse it for a second for the ignorant, uneducated people who cannot grasp hypocrisy and racism. He's black and his whole platform is speaking hateful things about white people, and then he dies. How do you think white people would act? They would be celebrating in the streets. They made fun of George Floyd for getting brutally murdered by a cop. Are you fucking... And now they're the empathy police? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I'm so done. If Charlie Kirk was black and... Like,
wow, okay. I got so many videos we can go into on that, but I'm not going to do that right now. This one's been getting a lot of play, and it's hilarious. I'm like, this is so scripted, because I saw another woman saying exactly the same shit. I'm like, so you just really realize these black people go into predominantly white churches and then just now realizing that they are racist. I went to a predominantly white church. I went to Crystal Cathedral growing up. I went to Calvary Chapels growing up, predominantly white churches. And I knew those churches were racist. Those people were racist. Please. All of a sudden now with this situation with Kirk, now all of a sudden you're realizing that they're racist. Come on now. I walked out of church over comments on Charlie Kirk. See if it plays. Maybe it doesn't want to work now. It's kind of getting tired. That's weird. You guys have probably seen this one already. I'm trying to get it to play.
Mind of someone.
Couldn't play video. That's weird. It's not letting me play it. I don't know why.
A lot of y'all won't admit that he was racist, because then you would have to admit that you are racist. You can guess.
Republican.
A lot of y'all won't admit that he was racist, because then you would have to admit that you are racist. You can gaslight yourself, babe, but you can't gaslight the rest of the world. A lot of y'all won't admit that he was racist.
And that's exactly it. Y'all can't admit that he's racist, because then you got to admit that you're racist. Right? I was going to get into this, but I'm not going to be able to today. This one right here. The Lost Tribes from Outer Space. Let me see if I can get it. Let me get a little bit in, because, you know, as you can tell, like, these people got plenty of people that they can get rid of because it seems like they are terrified of something. And I'm going to read a little bit here about Enoch. Okay? Read a little bit here about Enoch. Let me see if I can put it down here. We can look at it. Hold on. I'm going to show it to you first, and I'm just going to read it. Okay, here. And then you can go back and you can read it. Okay. There. And there. Okay. I'm going to read it real quick. Talking about Enoch, okay? And the Most High taking him away. Right? So, the Bible publishes its first victory. Hold on. Yeah. In other respects, however, the creation of the Jews was a successful venture. Since they have succeeded in remaining themselves down to our time, testifying to the power of their God, the Bible publishes its first victory bulletin in the 4th chapter of Genesis, with the 3rd generation of Adamites. Seth too had a son, whom he had named Enosh. Okay, at that time, men began to invoke the Most High's name. Okay, that was what mattered. The goal had never been anything else. In Genesis 5:22, we read that Enoch walked with the Most High. That is, he strictly observed the law. The fabulous personage is spoken of with dread. The book devoted to him was withdrawn from the canon of the Bible. So the whole book of Enoch was taken out, hidden. Okay? So the book devoted to him was withdrawn, okay, from the canon of the Bible. It is now an accursed book and can be found only with difficulty. What is the reason for that? What happened to Enoch that was so frightful? So it says, when the 44th chapter of the apocryphal book of Ecclesiasticus draws up a list of the heroes of our nation's history, through whom the Most High establishes renown, Enoch's name is the first to appear. But it's not talked about in the Bible, right? Enoch pleased the Most High and was carried off to heaven. This tradition reached St. Paul, who says in Hebrews 11:5, by faith Enoch was carried away to another life without passing through death. He was not to be found because God had taken him. For it is the testimony of Scripture that before he was taken, he had pleased the Most High. It says, and it kind of talks about pretty much like Enoch was being taken away from him because he was a good specimen and taken to another planet. Okay? What happened to Enoch to where he was taken away? We may assume that Yahweh, and Yahweh is not the Most High in this book, okay, needed him elsewhere. He did not take away Adam, who showed certain weaknesses and disobeyed his Lord in an early days of creation, or Cain, who transgressed the law, or Seth, to whom no particular compliments were given. Enoch was a good specimen of the new human breed, and could therefore be used for certain purposes. What purposes? They seem rather clear in the light of what we know. Satisfied with his new breeding stock for the moment, Yahweh had no need to start over again from the beginning in his next implantation. He took a specimen to serve as the first ancestor of a new chosen people of another planet. Perhaps we will soon, someday, see the name and location of the planet that is now the home of Enoch's descendants, cousins of the Jews on Earth. So it's talking about him being moved from Earth to another planet in order to start a whole new thing going on there. So they had that book, they had a lot of information, and all of a sudden there's this CIA Atlas coming this way, and all of a sudden everybody's losing their shit. Everybody's freaking out. So we're going to read more about this later on. My phone's dying, and I want to make sure that I get a chance to actually stop the live and not just die. Okay? But it talks about pretty much like Yahweh, and he talks about he did the same thing with Elijah. Talks about him leaving on a chariot, right? So same kind of thing. He was a great specimen, taking him and planting him on another planet and starting up other life on other planets. Is that what's about to happen? Is that why CIA Atlas is coming? We'll see. We're not sure. But there's things to think about. There's a reason why these people are acting the way they're acting. It's a reason why they're trying to make these big, huge distractions to keep us away from what's important. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. My phone's about to die. It was much love. It was great hanging out with everyone. Thank you again for all the support. And we're going to get into that book a lot more because there's a lot of great information. You know, because in the Apocalypse of Elijah, it talks about like us being removed, and all of a sudden these people like all then realizing how screwed they are and how everything here was, all the good things was because we were here. And when they can't find us anymore, everything goes to shit. And you can kind of see that going on right now. I know I didn't bring my charger with me, man. But thank you guys for hanging out. Much love, family. Shalom.